the Italian Football Podcast.
Let's start with the very first question, which has been sent in from Missak, who says, as a Swede, Nima, what's your opinion on Gyökeres? Firstly, what's the correct pronunciation? Secondly, do you think he will do well in the Serie A? What Swedish striker is he similar to from the past? Also, one more, American company owning a club in Italy with Verona's acquisition. So the question now becomes, are the Americans coming to save us? The first question, Gyökeres. I mean, it's a Hungarian name, first of all, so you pronounce it Gyökeres. And secondly, I think what we see from him is, he's a striker in the mold of Erling Haaland. He's a very direct striker, and I think he would do well in Serie A because I think he's very clinical. I think those kinds of strikers he's a big, strong, very prima punta kind of, colossus in the number 9. He's good at free kicks, got a good shot on him, and he's very direct on goal. I think he would do well in all leagues. I think players like that tend to do well everywhere, no matter where they are. I don't think he's similar to any Swedish striker in the past because he's not as technical as Zlatan is or was. And I say Erling Haaland is actually the one I'd say he's the most similar to. Is my opinion, but I don't think he will end up in the Serie A, even if they could afford it. I think he's the kind of guy who absolutely wants a Premier League move. He has history in England with Coventry. I'm not too sure he did too well there.
No, he did brilliant at Coventry.
Oh, he did
in the Championship. Yeah, it was at Brighton that he struggled.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, you're right. And so I think there is a unfinished business. Erling Haaland is at Man City. I think he would. I think Manchester United is where he wants to go. Oh, sorry, not Manchester United. I think the Premier League is where he wants to go. I think he wants to go somewhere where he can win the Premier League and potentially the Champions League and so on and so on.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, he's outpriced of Serie A now.
Yeah, he
is. It's not even a debate now. Yeah.
As for the Verona acquisition, I think City's done a fantastic job, hasn't he? I mean, it's unbelievable what he's done with very, very little. From what I understand, they have bought the club now, or they're just about to buy the club. And they will want to continue with the new stadium project that we had when we had former Hellas Verona and West Germany FIFA 1990 World Cup champion Thomas Berthold told us about that he was involved in that project before COVID. When we interviewed him, one of the first interviews we did, when he told us about that stadium project in Verona, which he was one of the people involved in. So I think that's going to happen. And that's good. We need more new stadiums. And if they can somehow improve Verona's, revenues, if they can improve, get Verona a new stadium and try to build something sustainable and fresh and new, that's great. And, more American investment in the Serie A. It's interesting for sure, and it's good because I guess they all look at it and say that they feel that they can do something about it, and not just when you have people investing in a league, it's because they probably see some return on investment, and hopefully they can do that. So yeah, good luck to them. As long as if there ever was a club in Italy that needed a new stadium, it sure as hell is Hellas Verona. Bentegori is absolutely atrocious.